where are we?
We're in Virginia. We're going to go to Prototype Technology Group, PTG, to pick up an old race car. It's a 2001 E46 M3 GT V8. The car is one of 6 cars that PTG built for BMW North America to race in Rolex Grand Am, and it's one of 2 V8 cars that were built that ran an E39 M5 motor. The car was built as a secret prototype to kind of bother Porsche, or to beat Porsche, and the car was delivered to the 2001 Daytona 24 unannounced and caused quite a bit of a stir. Unfortunately, at Daytona, the car ran for about 19 of the 24 hours before it retired with a minor mechanical issue, but retired 3rd overall at the time with a good list of drivers: Hans Stuck, Boris Said, Terry Borcheller, and a gentleman named Tony Jennings. In 2001, the car won at Homestead, it won at Mid-Ohio, and it had an overall win at Lime Rock. The last time the car ran, I guess in anger, was at the Legends of Motorsports 2010 at Sebring. From then, the car sat until May of 2012 when I acquired it. And after purchasing the car, I talked to Tom Milner at PTG and asked about whether or not they'd be interested in going through the car again, refreshing it for me. And they agreed to. So this is the end of that process. So we're going to pick it up. And we're also told that this may be the last car out of PTG's doors before they close this year, which is unfortunate.
I think its first outing was very good. It was a lot of fun. Bell Motorsports, in conjunction with ourselves, actually ran the car in the Daytona 24-hour race.
Boris Said in the number 54 BMW. That's the V8 powered car you're going to be hearing a lot about in the time to come.
It was based on the E46 6-cylinder cars that we had built in 2000. We realized our engine just wasn't big enough. It wasn't powerful enough competing against larger displacement engines.
The M3 starting out is one of the best cars you can drive, the ultimate driving machine. And, we got a good package. Yokohama's giving us the best tires, and we were tired of the Porsches beating us down the straightaways like a bunch of girls. They couldn't run with us in the corners. So Tom Milner's guys put an M5 engine in this, and still handles good. Now the straightaways are just a little bit shorter. So I think this is going to be the year of BMW, and Porsche's going to cry all the way back to Stuttgart.
This car and its sister car were the 2 cars that we built in with V8 engines for Bell Motorsports.
V8 powered 5-liter BMW M3. Spectacular car.
This is a spectacular car. The preparation, standard of preparation on this car is nothing short of gorgeous. It's just so beautifully done.
A lot of our Speed Vision viewers have become very fond of this car, but a lot of them have emailed in to us. How come you're able to run this car with the V8 engine? How does that actually come about?
Well, in the Grand Am rules, you can switch engines in cars as long as the same engine by the same manufacturer. And the Grand Am rules allowed the BMW to have either 6-cylinder or I guess an 8-cylinder engine, or a 6-cylinder engine plus 2 extra.
Well, that's fine. It's within the rules. So the answer to the emails is because it complies with the regulations.
That is correct.
We just have to keep this thing running for 24 hours. We got a great crew with the whole Jet Motorsports team, and at the end of the day, it'll be a good day if all the Porsche guys go home on their airplanes crying.
We didn't even finish that race, much less win it. We didn't show anybody up other than we showed them how fast the car was. Inadvertently, because of Milner and the driver egos and so forth, the car ended up showing all it was worth, which was a lot.
Got a very complex, very rigid looking roll cage in that car. That V8 engine, which they say is not terribly modified. It's just been blueprinted and
turning out some good horsepower. And of course, what it does over the regular M3 is it's got a lot more grunt, a lot more torque.
The first V8 5-liter M3 in America, okay, by a long time. It was always very good on the scale pad. All four corners came in the way they're supposed to. Ride heights were always good. It was always a very good car.
But old Boris there taking the long way around. The Rodriguez attitude.
It's been adjusting the air conditioning or something.
Or the radio. They've been driving and palling around now for a few years, and suddenly in the last couple of years they've become...
Well, they're both aging a little bit. I noticed that Boris trusted Hans with his girlfriend on the golf cart the other day. That would not have been true a year ago or 2 years ago, I think.
The first thing that Boris said when he got out of the car, said, "Man, Tom, this car's going to be fast. We're going to go easily in the 50s, maybe, 50 flat, or maybe even in the 49.
There are a lot that V8 BMW.
You go by and it put a smile on your face. So it drew a crowd because of the way it looked, and it drew a bigger crowd as soon as you lit it. Very impressive car. It remains a very impressive car.
Yes, it's just that little more we need to have the head on the Porsches now. We didn't have this power going off the corners. We have a lot of more torque now in the car, which is pretty good. So we can keep the speed going off the corner onto the straightaway and stay with the Porsches, sometimes overtake them here, what looks at on the inside of our car. And it helps a lot. Now I would say it's even more the ultimate driving machine.